Before we get into talking about the formulas and all the notation for a hypothesis test of two proportions, the first thing we should probably do is we should go over some examples of when we would use a hypothesis test of two proportions and to define that. So again, when we talk about the idea of two proportions, we're talking about percentages. So two proportions could be something like male and female. It could be different majors, such as biology majors versus business majors. It could be proportions of cats that get sick versus dogs that get sick. But basically what you have is you have two samples. And we're going to test those two samples to determine if there's a significant difference between those two. As an elementary example, one of the things that we might want to do is if I'm somebody in education, I may wish to determine whether the proportion of males and the proportion of females that are business majors is significantly different. Okay, so let's say I took a study of 100 HCC female students, and in that study, let's say that 21 of them said that they were business majors. Let's say I did the exact same thing, except maybe I did something like a study of 50 males at HCC. And let's say of those 50 males, let's say something like maybe 15 or maybe even 10 of them or something like that. So we'll say 15 were business majors. And so the question is the proportion significantly different between gender? Okay, so what we would do is we'd say, well, 21 out of 100, or 21%. So basically we're just approximating that 21% of females are business students at HCC based on this study. And then 15 out of 50 would give us 30% for the males. So obviously that's different, but always with the respect of significance, is it a significant difference? So the question that we're trying to answer, is this a significant difference? And that's the question that we're going to be answering whenever we do these types of problems with two proportions. Right? So basically with a two proportion test, we have two independent samples. We're testing the percentage of success between those two samples. In the next section, what we're going to do is we're going to define all the variables, and then I'm going to give an outline to how to do one of these tests, and then we're going to perform one of the tests as well.